Okay, against Warrior.
Look upon me, the aspect of death.
Hello, Aspect of Death. How you doing? So we don't want to use the Zephrys here. I'm assuming that this is either Big Warrior or Bomb Warrior. Zephrys for weapon removal is far more important than a Wild Growth effect, particularly given that I have Alexstrasza in my hand and I need to stop my opponent from. Okay, well, Ankar I'm less concerned about, at least. It does mean that it's certainly not Big Warrior. We'll just play the Mana Tide, which currently doesn't die to that, which is nice. Do I just play the Fist? If I want Steel's Fist, that would be sad. If I don't get any use out of it, I'm just gonna play it. Oh, I see a deck request for Big Demons. I'm playing a bit of Big Demons already so far, so... Alright, we are gonna kill this. We're gonna bolt this. Do you want to bolt this? Get a charge from this? I think we do. We could also just Zephrys for weapon removal and not bother bolting. Alright. We're gonna do it. We definitely want, we have to kill the weapon, because if our opponents get another swing with this, we can't Zephrys, which is really important. I think that unnerfed Netpeg would be too powerful today. It's not necessarily even a matter of power, right? It's the nature of the card. It being a random effect on a neutral, cheap, a random card draw effect on a neutral, cheap legendary, I think just creates a play experience that is frustrating, and if it's, if it is at all good, that it just shows up ubiquitously in so many different decks. I think that's just a bad experience, especially for a classic card. So even if it might not be too good, if it's good and sees play at all, I think that's actually pretty bad. If it is a commonly played card at all, because it's just not really terribly interesting, and it just adds a level of randomness to again, a classic legendary and a classic neutral legendary too, all of which kind of combined are a little bit on the spot. I think I want to use Note Taker with Witch's Brew this game. It's often what you want to do against Bomb Warrior. We'll just play Farsight, I think. Sick. So there's 2 bombs in my deck. What card am I talking about? I'm talking about Nat Pagle. The previous version of Nat Pagle drew at the end of your turn, so you had a 50% chance to draw it the turn you played it, which I think is, creates a fairly unpleasant experience if that card, because that card ends up being season of play, being around a lot, which is not really what you want out of that kind of card. Okay, so 3 bombs in my deck. This time for sure. What do you say is better in Legend, Bomb Warrior or Libram Paladin? I think pretty much definitely Bomb Warrior. Libram Paladin I think is not a particularly good deck in the current metagame. It's fine, but not great. I'm tempted to, no, we have Fireheart, yeah. I was gonna coin hero power, but doesn't feel like it's worth. I mean, I think that Libram Paladin is pretty bad against a lot of the other good decks, is my point. Like, it's a fairly linear deck that doesn't have that much, and it's also a fairly easy to target deck. All right.
Never be afraid of your inner power.
Okay. Ooh. That's a really good one to Vivid Spores, too.
Cataclysmic.
Probably his Feral Spirits. So 3 bombs in my deck. Like this Vivid Spores is super good, especially like
Them all.
you know, we can shuffle more combos in our deck, which is kind of sweet. We're very good against removal here, obviously, with the Vivid Spores. Yep. That's the wrong order. You got to do that in the other order if you want to. Okay, there you go. Did you know any Mormons in Idaho? I lived in Idaho and I was like, moved away from Idaho when I was like 2. Didn't really have conversations with people about their religion or frankly anything else because I was 2.
So much rage.
Okay. Well, my opponent still has another risky skipper because this is a fake risky skipper. So Solar Mark's not necessarily that good. It's still pretty decent. There's still 4 bombs in my deck, so we're not really expecting to be able to use Alexstrasza effectively. Maybe I just kill this and go face. Play this. I think that's what I want to do.
Hands-on experience.
I am unbreakable. I am unstoppable.
Sure. We haven't seen a brawl yet. Opponent still has 1 risky skipper, 1 armor smith. Has the horde pillagers. Wrench calibers are gone.
Someone's gotta lead the charge.
Okay. Oh, there's a bomb. There's brew. Just use the devolving missiles here. 27. I have 9, 10. All right. I'll do it like this because I don't want to be as vulnerable to Blade Storm. Like I need to stagger my costs here a little. Dan Lyon with the 11 months. Welcome back. It's a pretty good card to burn when you're almost out of cards.
I'll show you who's
Okay, there's Risky Skipper.
Armor made.
who in their right mind hides loot.
Okay.
Consider this a house.
Okay. All right. I will note taker brew.
I'll write that down.
Only use the new one. So now I have another brew. I have 2 bombs in my deck. Opponent still has horde pillagers, but I have ooze for at least 1 of them. If we do get a window, opponent also only has 2 cards left.
What more can I ask for?
Oh, we didn't really hit Ankar. Whew. You're upgrading your Ankar. All right, well now you're just dead. I'm not even gonna bother killing Ankar with this. Oh.
Running out of cards.
But there are 2 Akamas in my deck too, yeah. So I have to draw an Akama and a bomb at this point for Alex to be online. But like, we don't really care. We're literally just fatiguing our opponent. They have 1 card left. The Doobster, thanks for the 11 months. Welcome back. Okay. Okay. Yep.
A clear garden for a clear
I think this is the best version of this deck that I've made so far. Okay. There's a Kama Prime. I think I Earth Shock one of these, and then an Earthquake. I guess maybe I just... I think I do Earth Shock because what do they have left? They have a Horde Pillager, they have probably a Sky Raider, and a Battle Rage. Maybe just play the Earthquake and then just use our Witch's Brew. Yeah, okay. So yeah, Horde Pillager, I think there's a Battle Rage, I think there's a Horde Pillager, and probably a Brawl, right? No, maybe not a Horde Pillager, maybe you're only playing 1? Ow. Not a taunt.
I have eternity to reach
Oh, Alex was active there, right? I probably should have just played Alex there, yes. I was not really paying attention. Oh, yeah, you have double Corsair Cash. That's funny.
life and hope are worth fighting for.
Yeah, we wanted to play Akama because he's cooler. That's true. So your last card's the ball. Yep. Ah, the guy who leaves something behind lives. Okay, well you have no cards now. And I have no bomb. Or no, I have 1 bomb in my deck. So 7 life is basically enough. Bonk. Bonk. Taunt. Divine Shield. Play this guy.
Good explorer comes prepared.
Ooh. Alright, well. Ta-da! We did it. So yeah, as I mentioned, like, I mentioned like a million turns before that I'm like, okay, my plan is to Diligent Note Taker my Witch's Brew. And that ends up giving you so much breathing room against the bombs, which is like how you largely lose this matchup, right? Like they just grind you out with bombs, and having that much healing that you have on demand with 2 Witch's Brews is just incredibly powerful in the matchup.